Oh, hello everybody. I wish you could see how I video stuff. I have my camera balanced on pots and propped against like coffee jars, and they all just collapsed, and the poor cat nearly jumped out of her skin. So there you go, very professional setup here. This is what the highly successful YouTubers do. Anyway, today, very important video here on Unfurl, and that is a video about the anxiety beneath the anger and the anger beneath the anxiety. So this is something that I have been observing in the therapy space. Clients are coming in and they come in with anxiety that just will not go away. And as we start to dig a little bit deeper, we realize how much rage is underneath. And of course, they've grown up in a house where anger was not okay. Maybe nobody expressed feelings. So they somehow felt like, oh, okay, so we don't do anger here. Anger is not okay. I better not express it. They've had to push it out of their awareness. Or they've grown up in a home where there is so much anger that they have split off from it within themselves. They have pushed it into the unconscious and proceeded as if I don't get angry. And anyway, a bit of digging around, we find this deep well of anger and we give it an opportunity to express itself. And then the anxiety that they have chosen as an alternative to push the anger out of their awareness, they no longer need to use that as a blanket to cover over the anger. Once the anger is expressed, the anxiety isn't needed anymore. So that I see that most often with my female clients who come in with anxiety, but sometimes with males, but I see it more often with females who have learned from society, I guess, that, oh, well, ladies don't get angry, but ladies are allowed to feel a little bit worried about things. Worrying is socially acceptable. Angry, shouty, ragey ladies are not. So if you are wrestling with an anxiety that just won't go away, keep that in the back of your mind. There could be a well of anger in there that really needs its say. So then I see the opposite, which is clients that come in who are just so flipping angry with the world. They're angry about everything. They're irritable about everything. Everything is annoying. Everybody is annoying. And they just wear this sort of spiky shell and they don't understand. Okay, so the cat's box just fell off. She's just tipped onto the ground. It's a comedy of errors here today. Traumatized cat, no matter what way we look at it. So we've got clients who come in and they're wearing their spiky shell out in life because that is how they are defending themselves. And I see this more often in my male clients. They're coming in for some anger management. And they wonder, who would I be if I wasn't angry all the time? And we probe a little bit and we go into the feelings and we get beneath the anger, and then we find fear. We find that there's actually fear in there. And it is so difficult to stay with fear and vulnerability that as a child, this client has learned ways of buffering themselves from that feeling of being very exposed, very raw, very alone in a world that feels very threatening. And so they put on this armor. Rah, rah, everybody's annoying. I hate everything. Rah. And people will kind of keep their distance a bit from you because, oh, that looks a bit, threatening. So it is a way of creating space from yourself and people and life. But obviously, once we're able to go in and we meet the actual vulnerability, and that's expressed. And this is why I love art therapy, because it gets its say, it gets to come out. It's held there on the page. It's not going to cause any damage. That suppressed fear, there it is. The page becomes the container. It's holding it for me. I can talk about it. I can point at it, but somehow I have a bit of space from it, and that feels safe. So if you were walking around a big, raging, spiky, bristling ball of just irritation, it's possible that there is some childhood trauma hiding beneath the surface, which has a real painful core of fear. So just keep that in mind. Okay, well, that is it for today here in the Comedy of Errors kitchen, where cats get traumatized. If you're enjoying the videos, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.